Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today, doing the Chris Eubank Jr. versus Liam Williams is on video. Pretty much an announcement of a fight that was supposed to happen on, I believe it was December 11th. They were supposed to square off, and now it's been pushed back to January 29th of 2022 as we get set for 2022 to kick it off. It's actually a pretty big fight in terms of the middleweight division. Obviously, you got the two Brits, Eubank, Chris Eubank, son of Chris Eubank Sr., former champion, and Eubank's a former world title challenger. He's been in there, and he's still trying to accomplish winning his first world title, taking on Liam Williams, who also wants to become a world champion. He's coming off of a hard-fought decision loss to Demetrius Andrade, the WBO middleweight champ. That was Williams' first crack at a world title, and he wants to get back there because he showed a lot of heart in that fight. He got knocked down early by Andrade, and he pretty much lost most of the rounds, but he showed a lot of heart and fought hard down the stretch, and Andrade didn't look great against Liam Williams, which is why Williams is floating around a top 10 spot, and he might end up making the top 10. I got to evaluate everything before the end of the month, but it's a decent size showdown right here, because it is two guys that are, Chris Eubank's towards the back of my top 10 because he hasn't done anything, and Liam Williams is right at, if not just outside of the top 10. But they're both solid middleweight contenders, and they're, it's an all British showdown right here, and it's a good matchup, and I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a solid matchup. I hope DAZN picks it up so we can catch it, because there's some matchups out there that happen, and the U.S. fans want to catch it. So let's push for this fight to come to the United States and get picked up by DAZN or ESPN, one of those two. But I like the matchup. I'm not for Eubank, it's a big match because he's trying to get that world title. He had a shot at it in the World Boxing Super Series Season 1 tournament when he fought George Groves, and he got to the semifinals. He was actually coming off two big wins to get into. He got into the tournament, and then he dominated his first round opponent. I think he beat, I want to say, to get in the tournament, he beat Arthur Abraham convincingly, and then he stopped somebody early in Avni Yildirim, the guy that just fought Canelo this past year. He dominated him and stopped him in like 2 or 3 rounds in the quarterfinals of that tournament, and I honestly picked him to beat George Groves that night. I did. And George Groves just cleanly outboxed Eubank and made him look like he was not on that level. I believe I want to say that was 2017 when they fought. And then in 2019, in February, he got a showdown with James DeGale, as DeGale was trying to climb back into the picture at 168, and he dominated DeGale for for pretty much the entire fight. He got his career best win right there, and that leads him into now, but he hasn't done anything since that win. We're going on almost 3 years, and I want to say he's fought only 2 or 3 times. I think it's been only twice, and it's been against nobody opponents, and that's been his style, to fight nobody opponents in between fighting a big opponent, but now he has to go through one of these guys to get one of the bigger fights. He was talking about how his people were talking to Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, for a fight in the first half of next year. I'm not sure how likely that is, unless Triple G really just wants to give up his belts. Maybe Triple G, if he unifies belts against Ryota Murata, maybe he'll want to move up and take on a guy like Eubank, who has floated between middleweight and super middleweight. Maybe he'll fight him there as he awaits a possible Canelo third fight. But we really don't know as of this moment what the deal is there. But Eubank just wants to get into the mix and and hopefully get a shot at somebody solid. And he's got to go through a guy like Liam Williams to get that. So it's a good matchup. Liam Williams is just all heart. The guy wants to fight. He's, you know, he knows he's not the most talented guy out there, but he brings it, and he's got a lot of heart. He's got a lot of will. And I think it's going to be a good action fight on January 29th between these two. So, you know, get excited. Should be good. I will be doing the breakdown video on this fight right at the end of December, beginning of January. So make sure to pay attention for that. But Chris Eubank Jr. versus Liam Williams is on at 160 pounds middleweight. I hope you guys enjoyed this. True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.